Oh, dang it. Oh. Well, you gotta be patient, boy. You gotta be patient with these guys. Yeah, this is a highly pressured fish right here. He did not want to bite. And, oh yeah. On the St. Lawrence River in Lake Ontario, the fall transition begins when we start to see some color in the trees. And it lasts for about a month and a half. Now, within that month and a half, there's a 2-week period that I like to refer to as kind of like the fishing rut, where it just gets crazy good. A lot of people think this is the best time of the year to fish, period. The big fish come from the deep summer haunts, and they move up into the backs of bays and they get on shallow water flats, and they're looking around for bait fish to feed on bait fish. What initiates this 2-week rut of the fishing? Well, it's just a couple of cold nights.
Oh, baby.
Sure, we'll take him. He's a beauty. Right in the corner of the mouth. Oh, it just popped right out. Yeah. Look at him, man. Nice. Nice. Fall transition. When we dip into the 40s at night, no matter what the temperature is during the day, but if we, and I'm talking about 49, 47 degrees, okay? Soon as we hit the 40s at night, this 2-week window begins. So it gets crazy good. Now, what I would like to look for when I'm looking for one of these bays is I like that flat, hard bottom, kind of shale rock bottom with the cracks in it, and it's got that light tan color to it so I can see the fish. I like to come out during that 2-week period when we don't really have any wind. Now, I'm not going to get a pile of days. Not a giant, but we'll take them. Okay, there's going to be sometimes 1 or 2 days in that 2-week period where the wind isn't blowing. And I'm going to get up on the bow of the boat with my polarized sunglasses and basically sight fish. Now, if you were to come into one of these bays when there's a good heavy chop on the water, you can't see in the water at all, and you're just kind of fan casting, you're not really going to get a good perspective, a realistic perspective of what's going on there, how many fish are in the area, because 9 fish out of 10 are probably not going to bite your bait because they've been heavily pressured all summer long. Yes, they've come in there to feed, but they're not going to just bite anything.
He's got nice spots on him, man.
So that's why I like to come in on a calm day, okay? And I've got a 3-pole selection going on here. I start out with a swim bait, which is basically my search bait. And I'm going to try to pull those fish in as I'm casting and I'm looking around for black spots. Secondly, I got a shaky head. That's going to be my finesse bait. And then lastly, I have a drop shot that's all set, ready to go. That's for those fish that just aren't going to bite anything. That's the 3-phase strategy that I take. And I tell you what, it works really, really well. Now, when I find that fish, when I get eyes on him, okay, I don't take my eyes off from this fish. You can't do that. That's why I'm saying, you don't even strap your rods down. I have 3 rods at my feet, not strapped down, all baited up. There's always a pole in my hand, baited, ready to go. When I spot something, I keep my eye on it. If you bend down to start messing with your rods to unstrap something, that fish is gone, okay? Keep your eyes right on him, and you're going to get a good perspective of what's going on here. You're going to see that these flats really are loaded up pretty good, and the smallmouth are just wandering across these things. Now, the different areas where you're going to find flats like this, one of them that's real good is going to be Stony Island, or I'm sorry, Galoo Island. Both tips of Galoo have got big flats on them that are exactly what I'm talking about. Those are great areas to wander around. Another one's going to be over by the Isthmus boat launch. That whole area there is perfect to roam around. And you can get over there by Grenadier Island, that small Grenadier Island over there, And on the tip of that, the lakeside tip there, that's another good area. And of course, up here on the St. Lawrence, you can just run up and down the river, and pull into these little bays, and you'll find these areas with that type of bottom that I'm talking about. It's all over the place with the big cracks, ledges, 4-6 feet of water. That's what you're looking for. Now, one area that is great, if you find Grindstone Island and Wolf Island, right where those two islands meet, there's a cut through going through there. That is a beautiful flat, is a huge flat area. There's multiple depths of water there. That's a great example of the perfect area. If you're interested in coming up to the St. Lawrence River and doing a fishing trip, and you're going to be bringing your own boat, but you really don't even know where to start, this is a huge, huge area, and there's a ton of structure. I can tell you right now, a lot of people come up here and waste a ton of time. If you're only coming up for 4 days, sometimes half that time is you're just trying to figure this thing out. You can go, I'm not even joking here, you can go a day or two without even hardly catching a fish before you figure out what's going on. If you're making that trip up and you'd like a little bit of inside information on how and where to fish on the St. Lawrence, check out my website. It's ditchfishing.org. And I'd also like to tell you about my other YouTube channel. It's called Ditch Ministries. And there you're going to find short little videos. They're only 3 to 5 minutes long. It just gives you something to think about for the day and help you develop your relationship with God. There's a video right here at the end. Why don't you click on it, check it out, see if it's for you.